Let me spin you a tale. This is you headed off to work. Goodbye, kids. And these are your dogs, who are gonna be left alone all day with nothing but their thoughts and dead silence to keep them company, tormenting them every second until you return. But I have a solution. Every day before you leave for work, go over to your TV, hopefully it's a smart TV. Go to the YouTube app, search for my channel, and go down to this playlist, or any of the playlists. And now your pet can enjoy hours upon hours of RFRacing's not only entertaining, but educational content, until you can return home to your furry friends, where they'll be in a much more relaxed and refreshed mood. No, but I am being serious though. It's really good for the channel. Helps your pets out too. I mean, it's really good for them throughout the day to have that vocal stimulation. And I mean, come on, you guys will do anything for your pets, right? Isn't the TV being on all day bad for the environment? I swear to God, I told you if you talk again, I'm gonna kick your ass! Just got some new products from 717 Supply that can help you win this ZR1 right down here, right below, first link in the description. These new products, man, they get me extremely hungry. Pop quiz. Which is the keychain? To be honest, I don't know, so I'm just gonna eat it until I find it. New chicken nugget keychains just dropped on my tab to add to your key tag keychain collection. And aside from them looking hyper realistic, they're also delicious.
Obviously, don't try to eat it, even though it was super crunchy. Love these chicken nugget keychains, and they're just the right size to put on your keys. But we didn't forget the rest. We brought the whole bucket of chicken here. We also have the drumstick chicken wing, just as realistic and hilarious. I cannot stress to you how realistic these pieces of chicken look. And if you're looking for something else, we also have the French fry. All three of these available on 717 Supply. There's no entry multipliers going on right now for the ZR1, but these select keychains get you 50 bonus entries for free. So just on these keychains, 50 bonus entries for the Corvette ZR1. This isn't gonna last forever, so if you want these keychains, make sure you do it now, and it's only $10. I cannot believe that's what we were selling them for, because obviously there's a lot more to this than just a regular key tag. So 50 bonus entries, $10, these keychains, and go ahead and collect them all because they're not gonna be on the website for very long.
So I'm actually on my way to film another video, and I'm turning around because my dad just hit me up and said, hey, I found this great truck, let's go take a look at it. And the deal seems pretty good. I don't really know what to make of like truck prices anymore in this day and age, but this one seems about as good as you're gonna get whenever it comes to like saying, hey, I got a deal. I have no clue what a good deal on a truck is anymore because prices went up. Now they're coming down, so it's like a weird, awkward stage where prices are up and down, and you gotta like weed out which ones are the good deals. I'd say this one is really freaking good, and obviously Facebook Marketplace, we're gonna be able to talk them down a little bit. Being of this body style and generation, we know that we're pretty familiar with it. This couldn't be easier to modify. Tons of sponsors would obviously back this. This is a 2500 HD. So I'm gonna head home, change, get ready, and then we're gonna head out. It's like right down the road from my house, so this will be just an easy drive. Hopefully make a deal. If you guys are watching this though, something good must have happened.
This channel's like 4 or 5 years old by now. It doesn't matter. I can't just like pop into someone's property here, look at a vehicle, and just talk to my camera. It looks stupid, too awkward for me, so you guys get a little post commentary here. Obviously, beautiful looking truck. From the outside here, we have a 2500 HD Silverado. It is a gasser, and they're asking $17,000 for this truck. But the golden ticket for this machine is the fact that it only has 41,000 or 47,000 miles. I'll show it on the screen here. Original miles on it. Now, they did use it to tow a camper, but they said they only did that a handful of times, and the rest of that was just commuting to and from work, which they said was across the river, which means it was mostly highway miles. So this is a long bed, not really something that I'm like super into, but I guess it's great whenever you need it. That would be awesome to have. 4-wheel drive, and this is the 6.0, so it's a pretty big engine. Some of the downsides though, it is an older truck. I mean, for God's sakes, 2001. Being over 20 years old, even with the low mileage, still is against it. And you can see it on the frame here. We have some surface rust, which this is all expected. And then even some rust that's coming through the bed here. Now that is the only like hole of rust that I've seen where it's like, all right, that would need patched, or it's just going to continue to get worse and worse. The bed also just has like a drop-in bed liner, not sprayed in, and drop-in bed liners can sort of do a little bit more damage than good. Onto the front, obviously this being a Chevy, this is IFS. So your tie rods, your control arms, axles, skid plates, and all the other little hookups under here are relatively rusted. Nothing too terrible. All these parts are replaceable. And in reality, a lot of this is an easy fix if we wanted to fix it up and make sure that the rust didn't get way out of control. This is already pretty bad. I don't want to overextend how bad this is because I know there are some really bad rust trucks out there. This one has the symptoms to get way worse in just a couple of years. Other than that, everything's relatively clean. There's like no dings or dents, maybe a few scratches here and there, but that's just obviously normal wear and tear. And on the inside for the interior, everything's pretty much mint on that end. And I actually prefer this cloth interior over the leather for this generation. And then some of these Chevys came with like this little like bump rubber on the side. That I would just take off because that's super weather, needs replaced. So that's not a big deal. The paint might be a little bit different underneath, but we can take care of that, no problem. So then this gets to a point where it's like, you know what, like I'm not super interested in this truck. I mean, just seeing it, it's like, you know what, like 17 grand, not exactly my cup of tea. I mean, that's it's a good price, but I mean, man, it's almost $20,000 for a 20-year-old truck. It's a gasser, it has its issues. Maybe if I could talk him down, but my dad, who was there to help me take a look at the truck, was like really into it. And then this conversation off camera turned into like, maybe my dad can buy it because he's been looking for a new truck, trying to offload his, he has like an OBS GMC, and as a gas truck, since he was a mechanic, he'd be able to work on the engine himself. With the diesel, even though you have a lot of luxuries with that, a diesel engine obviously totally different, and you're not able to work on as many parts. So now the pendulum swings into that direction, and now I'm looking at this from his perspective to see if he's gonna like it. We take a little test drive here. It's squeaky. I'm not a fan.
It's cool being in here though. It's like Mike's Duramax.
It's the old Duramax, yep.
I think Mike's interior was a little better.
So what do you think so far?
Well, I don't know, Dad. It just seems like the price is a little crazy. Like this thing is definitely not mint by any means.
No, I know. Well, what if you were to offer? I mean, sure, it needs a lot of cleaning, but it does truly have 47,082 miles on it.
So on this drive, I'm talking with my dad about what to offer for the truck. And I said, you know what, to be honest with you, with the rust, the hole in the bed, the age, the fact that it's a gas truck, they did tow with it and it was never garage kept or anything like that. I was like, you know what, offer them like $10,000. They're going to tell us to F off and laugh us out of here. But you know what, I didn't really want him to get it because I'm like, you know what, it's just too much money for this truck at this point after laying eyes on it and everything like that. And he says, okay, I'll offer him 10 grand. So we go over there and we're talking a little bit. And before he could say his offer, I said, ask them what's the best that they can do on it. What's the absolute best they can do on it? I think they said $15,000. And here is where the bartering begins.
It's a hard sell for me.
Did you ever look up the book on that? What's the best?
You can't go by. Look at the price of truck selling, and it only has 47,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
And this sucker will tow a house.
What's the best you can do, price wise?
I don't want to go below 15.
The original asking price for this truck was $17,000, and by us just asking one question, we already got $2,000 off. Now, we're not looking to rip anybody off, but unfortunately, the truck's just not worth $17,000, and as we later discussed, my dad and I step away here just to talk things over. It's not worth $15,000 either. Now, maybe for a Duramax or something of that equivalent, a little bit newer, then we could start to entertain the idea of spending $15,000 on this truck. We settled on this number.
I say we'll leave it at 13 for now, and we'll stay in touch because obviously it's a no, but just, yeah, 13 would be all right.
Yeah, I think so.
13.5.
Yeah, 13. Well,
I know. I'm just. Well, we had a.
Yeah, 13.5 would help with the taxes and the title. And
I understand it seems like we're going a little hard in negotiating here, but just to be clear, the Kelly Blue Book on this is like $9,000 at most. So I feel like 13.5 was a great offer for them. Eventually, after a couple of minutes of her saying that she didn't want to get rid of the truck, her husband didn't seem to have any attachment to it, but she definitely did. We made a deal and shook hands, and we were able to head off to the bank to grab a cashier's check, and we're going to meet him down at the notary. My dad was super excited because now this is a project for him to take care of, and obviously we can do a bunch of different stuff with it. We have so many plans over the summers with vacations, going to the beach, and any other projects. This long bed on this truck is really going to come in handy. And like I said, easy to get lift kits for, and very, very easy to just make look super badass and fantastic. So we were pretty pumped about this purchase. I had a funny feeling though, and sure enough, as soon as my dad's cell phone rang, I knew what was about to happen. So we got this phone call from the seller.
okay, sounds good. I do, thanks. Bye.
I knew that was gonna happen. Oh my god.
Well, I gotta go back to the bank quick, get rid of this stuff.
Well, thank God you made the check out to yourself too.
Yeah.
What was her reason?
She can't do it. She talked to the kids and the kids told her no.
Here we go again. Here's your check.
Oh, well, I didn't even put it in the envelope.
Nope. What's crazy is I just drove by the house this morning. I should have filmed it actually. The truck's still sitting there. Obviously this footage was filmed over a week ago. So I don't know what the kids' plans are for that truck or whatever. Obviously our offer was more than enough, still a great deal, but it was more than enough for that truck. It's hard to gauge with these vehicles because they're so old, but the mileage is so low. So it's essentially whoever's gonna pay that amount of money, that's what it's worth. It's just one of those things. Out here in Hershey, Pennsylvania, parked because I have a season pass this year to Hershey Park. The Hershey Bears are AHL hockey team, like the minor leagues. They are going to the Calder Cup if they win tonight in that stadium. Been super into hockey this year out at Hershey Park. This is one of the best places on the planet. So lucky to live so close to this. I grew up like literally 5 minutes away. Everyone says that, but I'm literally 5 minutes away from Hershey, and it's just so much fun to come out here. Enjoy, of course, the awesome candy, but even better, theme park rides. That's the new roller coaster right there, just opened, Wildcats Revenge. Cannot wait to go on it here in a couple of days. But yeah, stuff that's been going on in my life. My mom came up to visit, took her to a Hershey Bears game, and had great seats for that. Obviously, had to go to Hershey Park, and then there's a big arena over there. You can see like the lights. Got to go to a Blink-182 concert. These were my seats 4 or 5 years ago, back whenever Tom DeLonge wasn't singing with them. They weren't seats, they were pit tickets. So we were as close as you could get to the stage. They were $75 a piece. That was 5 years ago. And now, this being the biggest stadium on their tour, like I think there was over 32,000 people there, 34,000 people in the arena. Our tickets were $350 a piece, and we were, it felt like easily 100 yards away. We were definitely 100 or 120 yards away. So that sucks, but Blink, my favorite band of all time. Cannot wait to see them again in the future, but hopefully the hype dies down because that price is insane. I'm just lucky I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan. So I'm sure this is late in the video. I should have said this before. I still have the that stupid Cadillac in the back. You guys get to see what I'm doing with that next video. Why was I looking to purchase this vehicle? Well, first off, it was such a good deal, but I have no problem passing on it because I'm getting this truck. If you guys want to check out that video, that is the vehicle that is going to be the temporary replacement until the Colorado ZR2 gets here. So it's going to be the Silverado ZR2's replacement. That's still happening. Just waiting for some money to clear because, like I already explained this, but with the giveaway companies, the overlap and stuff like that, there's been a little bit of a lull in my income. So I'm just waiting on that to happen, and then I'll obviously have the funds to make the payments on that new Silverado. And just a little pro tip for you guys out there: do not drive through tall grass. Those are all scratches from grass. That sucks. I'm gonna miss this truck. I'm gonna miss you guys. I'm gonna have to see you in the next video. 717 Supplies giveaways going on for the Corvette ZR1. Buy those chicken wing, McNugget, and French fry keychains, and any of my other products that are up on the screen gets you automatically entered to win. That giveaway ends in like 2 weeks, so you got some time, but the problem is our product cycles in and out. So if you see anything you like, including this Father's Day shirt, make sure you get on it because that product always sells out. Follow me on Instagram at RFRacing717. Likes are always appreciated. They help out so much. And I'm gonna get out of here because security's coming over here with a golf cart. See you guys next time.